Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and it's time for the reveal of the race set. Racing set. I mean, every set's a race set to them, but it's Aetherdrift, and you might think, but Des, it's Aetherdrift. Oh, no. It was Ether until they decided to get rid of the combined AE character from the Greek alphabet or whatever that thing's from, because that was pronounced E, this is pronounced A. So, Aetherdrift it is. I happen to know as a former database designer, web developer, and software engineer that it's not really that damn hard to implement non-English characters in a game that's already multinational. But I guess they didn't see it that way. So we've got Chandra, who's on a motorcycle because she likes women now, despite it being absolutely unequivocally blatant canon that she said she likes big burly men. But she changed her mind when she saw this bike, and that's now canon. Try and say it isn't. Then behind her, we got a shark guy driving a shark boat with flying jets. All right. From an engineering standpoint, I could say all kinds of stuff. Then we got some kind of unidentified species, some scraggly looking dude on a quad, which are famous for flipping over and killing people. But it's supposed to be really dangerous, guys. But like PG-13 dangerous, because it's 13 plus on the game. I mean, forget all the Chandra erotica that they put in the writing because they're perverts. Everything else is 13 plus. In fact, don't forget to donate to their Second Life or whatever thing where it benefits the Seattle Children's Hospital, where they've already convinced a kid that they're trans by the time they're 13. So let's read about this set. You're in the driver's seat. Ooh, leave your competition in the dust. Get behind the wheel in Aetherdrift, a multiversal race. Little generous there, you'll see why. Filled with adrenaline-fueled magic gameplay across 3 planes, guys. That's pretty much the whole multiverse. That's like going on a 3-city tour and calling it a national tour. Release date February 14th, 2025. I think something else is going on that date, but I checked and nothing I give a crap about. So ignite your engines. Turbocharge your magic collection with new high-octane mechanics and abilities. Literally doesn't even use internal combustion, but sure. Chase the grand prize with never-before-seen card treatments and foils. So we're obviously going back to Kaladesh. That would be one of the 3 planes. The one on the right is interesting. I couldn't determine what that is. The one on the left, I legitimately just don't remember where Duretti is from. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to his home plane, because he could just be in Kaladesh right then. But there are goblins in the background on his team. And there's goblins in Kaladesh, so I don't know. It doesn't really reveal too much. We do have flavor text, but I'll get into that after we check out the cards. So I think I can get a little closer here. We've got Duretti, who might be in a wheelchair. That might just be a convenient way to work on his vehicle, but they occasionally pretend to give a crap about representation or whatever in other groups than just LGBTQ and skin color, and I think that's all they're obsessed about. I've never heard them defend veteran status or religion. Anyway... Duretti's power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control, but he's a 5-cost star 5, which means he is not going to compete in the standard meta right now, not in those colors. You've got nothing that's playable past 3 CMC because you already lost the game, unless it's a control deck, so then you probably wouldn't be running red. So... pretty DOA card, unfortunately, but whenever he enters battlefield or attacks, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return the chosen card to the battlefield. That's kind of nuts in Commander. I don't think it would be all that useful in like a Goblin Tribal, but, we'll see. Then we got Bright Glass Gear Hulk. Cool looking Gear Hulk. The Gear Hulks are back. Everybody loves them except like 2 of them were just about the most annoying thing I've ever seen. So we got 2 green, 2 white, artifact creature construct, 4 cost, total 4/4, okay. First strike trample, okay. When this creature enters battlefield, you may search your library for up to 2 artifacts, creatures, and or enchantment cards with mana value 1 or less. Oh, that's a wide list of things. I'm thinking the whole point is you go for like an Ornithopter, like a dirt cheap boost or something, but you've already lost the game by the time you can get this out, so it doesn't really matter. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle. So that is going to be a really, really, really big problem over the next year with Magic, is that you've got Red Rush, White Red Rush, Mono White Rush, not much else, and then control crap. And then I guess the third category is decks that don't win. So if any permanent costs above 3, it is basically unplayable unless it's part of a control draw strategy. and none of these qualify. So anyway, the flavor text is, a new day dawns for Avishkar, and we shall draw our power from its light. I don't know what that is or means. I actually don't know what happened to Kaladesh when the Phyrexians invaded, but I think this is like you fix up old Phyrexian technology, use the parts to build and upgrade your stuff, and then it's kind of like Mad Max post-apocalyptic a little bit, kind of. I mean, that's what they're going for, obviously. They never have their own ideas, so you just look at it and you go, what did they rip off? And then, oh, it's a bunch of 80s crap they watched. Shocker. So yeah, Mad Max, here we go. I'm not opposed to it, and applying like that kind of template to an already existing Magic lore is kind of cool. But then again, I think SpongeBob's about to be canon, so do they really care about the lore anymore, or do they care about money? So third one, we got Earth Rumbler. It's a 5-cost green vehicle, 7/6 Vigilance Trample, and exile an artifact or creature card from your graveyard. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Or Crew 3. So those are your two options. And if you don't know Crew, you just tap a total or more of 3 power worth of creatures, and then this becomes a creature until end of turn. And then at the end of turn, it stops being a creature and can't attack or block, which is kind of the point. So it does say the Brood aspires to become speed itself. So that must be some new tribe thing or species, or who knows. It could be from a completely third plane. That could be their plane in the background. Or that could just be the aftermath of pretty much any plane after the Phyrexians showed up. So, I don't know. By the way, Mark Rosor did say that Bloomborough was unaffected by the Phyrexians, but he doesn't know why. So, in other words, they haven't decided why. In fact, he kind of phrased it like they haven't decided why, which is really interesting. But then there was one other plane. I think it was, Dustborn. He said the Phyrexians showed up and got their asses stomped by the house. Just destroyed. That is hilarious. I love that. There are still parts of the lore that I love right as they're slapping it square in the face with this Universes Beyond crap. I'm pissed, and I'm not even that much of a lore guy. So, interesting cards for Commander, because that's where they're going to be played. If this is some kind of artifact rush, which I think it will be, I think it'll be faster alternative crewing. It'll be fast dump, free cast, go get it, dump it out. And the only thing that's going to stop me is a go wide board wipe, you know? I think that's going to be what it's more oriented towards. Otherwise, it damn well better sell it in Commander. And I have never in my entire life, nor do I think this exists, a human being on this planet that put vehicles in their Commander deck as the primary thing. That, like, outside of an asylum. No sane person would be like, all the choices in 31 years of Magic, let's do that. I don't see it. There's some sick people in this community, but not that deranged. Holy crap. So I think this whole set's kind of DOA. We'll see. I don't know. They're probably going to have a 1-cost universe kill spell by the time this comes out. They're going to have to keep power ramping, and they're not going to sell anything, and I think they're just not going to sell this at all. We'll see. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.